This video I'm going to talk about My Oxford Year. My Oxford Year was a pretty interesting movie.
This is shit.
No, it was obviously not an interesting movie. It was bad, bad, and I tell you something that was so surprising was I'm very sure one of the worst movies in 2025. But the ending, even the ending, um, Sofia Carson done wanted it to end like that. But before I get into the details and begin judging the movie, let me first go on the plot. The plot begins when there's Annie, an American citizen who just moved from America into London and then meets this guy. So she meets this guy, Jamie, a British young man, then falls in love with him because of his great singing skills after karaoke. After that, sometime later, she realizes that he has cancer, but he did not want to tell her that he had cancer since he did not want her to be in this miserable state that she'll miss him and she won't move on and all of that stuff. Then later in the movie, on fast forward, he dies. Happy ending.
How nice?
Nice.
Just nice?
Pretty nice.
Oh my gosh. Yes, this movie was weird. But this movie was actually, when I went to do research about it, was actually based off of a book called My Oxford Year by Julia Whelan. If anyone is interested, you can go and read it. But on the way the movie was, I'm very sure none of you are going to read it, most likely. But actually, I wanted to talk about some parts. But before I talk about them, let me first tackle this down. Um, this book at the ending is was supposed to be good. The ending was actually nice, but Sophia Carson decided that it would be better that if the ending is sad for one reason, cause this guy who work Korea, whatever. But Jamie, the guy who acts as Jamie, was had a girlfriend and she didn't want it to end. She wanted like to keep boundaries, so she wanted like it to be sad. That's what she wanted personally. But even if you're trying to keep boundaries with him, it would have just ended happily ever after and things move on. I do not see what was the big deal about that. But other than that, to go on to the plot, this part was just funny. It was just funny. I liked it. When Annie, when she found out that he has cancer, then he talks to her on some street, then he leaves her behind to walking. Then she starts mentioning some monologue, which was, I think, supposed to be touching, but it wasn't touching. It was pretty cringe. Just imagine being a passerby walking and you're all like, what a, you're all like, ugh.
What a weirdo.
Messiness of life. And as an annoyingly brilliant man once told me, these are the best bits.
Awkward.
Oh my gosh. Yes, this movie was weird. But this movie was actually, when I went to do research about it, was actually based off of a book called My Oxford Year. Yep, this is the book. Whelan. If anyone is interested, you can go and read it. But on the way the movie was, I'm very sure none of you are going to read it, most likely. But actually, I wanted to talk about some parts. But before I talk about them, let me first tackle this down. This book at the ending is was supposed to be good. The ending was actually nice, but Sophia Carson decided that it would be better that if the ending is sad for one reason, cause this guy who work Korea. The other thing I hated mostly was them criticizing the dad for trying to save his son. It did not make any common sense to me, because any perfect parent, or any parent who actually cares about their kid, would try to save their kid, unless they are psycho, if I'm to say. And also the other parts that kind of set me off was that part where she was all like, she's going to remain in London, exactly like I was shown there. And it was to me dumb, because maybe because I haven't yet dated anyone, I'm a single ass. So, but I find it dumb sacrificing your dreams for a person, fickle boy. Maybe because I haven't yet found a person, I have no hoes. So I don't do no hoes. So yeah. Then the other part, this one was the saddest to me, was this part when they decided that they were going to travel half away around the world, obviously from Africa. And he did travel kind of the world, Rome, Italy, and the other areas, but it was depressing
That's depressing. Really depressing.
and weird to see that she was leaving the moment she wanted to leave the person she loved alone. So yeah, it was weird to see on my. So the other funny part in this movie was when their friend Charles was supposed to give a well-defined speech, but after that he said that it was going to be okay, and like he tried to bring up a joke that it was going to be okay, that Jamie was going to die and Annie was going to end up single again. And they all started they first kept quiet, then they all started laughing to try to pretend it was actually funny or cool.
What is wrong with you people?
How funny! He's going to die later. Yes, you're going to live loud. Ended in a sad note, and it was very dumb, very dumb. Basically, I didn't like the ending, and I didn't like the whole movie. It was bad, horrible, it was shit. But one thing I'll say is that this movie was also backlash by a lot of people, and most people also found it weird that a lecturer or a teacher is getting in relationships with a student, which is very unprofessional, obviously, no matter which proper country you go to, unless you are in this guy's country. But basically, it's that's my review about my Oxford year. Oh my gosh, I'm always saying university every single time, but my Oxford year, that was my review about it, and that was my honest opinion about it. It was not good at all, as usual from Netflix. But nowadays, modern cinema is fucked up, and it is messy. But that was my review. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. But mostly, please like and comment, and also help me and subscribe to. Please, help me and subscribe to the channel. Help me and comment so that I can know what I can improve on, in case you find anything sketchy or weird or something I can improve on, or some more detail or context you want from me, or something like that. Also, what are your insights about the movie? That's the main reason I'm telling you to comment. Not just saying it because of the sake of saying it. I'm saying it because I want you to actually comment. So yeah, and also please like it. Really does me a favor. You know how YouTube works. It's messed up at a point, but I still love it. That's why I can't take my ass to TikTok. So yeah, that's the situation I'm in, and thanks for watching. If you stayed until the end, may you be blessed and protected by God. If you did watch until the end, and thank you for watching. Au revoir and be happy.